Hello everyone. We're going to be covering Bughouse World Championship match of ReturnoftheLagger and Clockingswitcher versus CaspiIsrael and Puressence. It was supposed to start at 12:45. I was told it already started, but has it? Is ZDY Boo the same as Return of the Lagger? I don't think it is. I think ZD Boo is someone different, but maybe I'm wrong about that. If CD Boo is Return of the Lagger, then in that case, the current score is 2.5 to 2.5. Anyway, the match was supposed to start at 12:45 for me, which is in about 3 minutes. But either way, it's an interesting match to watch. It seems pretty even, and we're getting a preview of the sorts of things that are likely to happen when the actual match starts in 3 minutes. So a knight mates for CaspiIsrael. But CaspiIsrael is downtime. So ZD Boo is going to wait rather than giving that. Clockingswitcher will presumably, as soon as he stops checking, will guard the square. And he's trying to use his other knight to help out with that. This is a pretty big threat, though. First of all, knight takes knight. Makes Clockingswitcher safe forever, but he also might want to attack. This seems reasonable. You can take that, you can take that, you can take that. A lot of hanging things. Our score right now is 3.5 to 2.5, favoring the Clockingswitcher team. I am looking for co-commentators. So if anyone wants to commentate with me, let me know. You can jump in a Discord call. I'm going to jump in a Discord call anyway. Let's see if anyone joins. And let's go ahead and advertise a few places. I mean, this is definitely worth watching, even if this isn't the actual match, because we have 3 out of the 4 players here for sure. ZD Boo trying to attack. I guess a knight would be good for defense here. Knight takes, knight takes. This is reasonable too. Puressence now is much safer. It's on the attack. Smothered mate doesn't even work here. Because if knight check king over, knight can take something that goes here. Clockingswitcher is up a little bit of time. I guess Clockingswitcher would like a knight for either e4 or for c1. He's probably also looking at rook check, rook takes, pawn in, and another rook would be good for him. Going for the knight, looks like. Maybe knight out here. Now a knight is good for Puressence. With pawn check, king takes, knight in. And this rook would be quite valuable. I don't think Puressence can afford to play rook takes. Kingswitcher would like that rook. Kingswitcher, like rook at e2, king over, pawn check, pawn takes is mate. So rook mates for Kingswitcher. Knight is also probably good. Let's see. If he has a knight, I suppose he could put a knight on d3, pawn takes, knight takes. He's just moving the knight. This is interesting. I guess his plan is knight out. I assume queen takes. Trade the queens is good. Oh, that's an odd move. He's guarding this, but the queen could have guarded it too. Oh, I guess he can't take back because of the pin. I'm so dumb. Yeah, this is a decent move. Clockingswitcher is going to try to move with the pieces he has, and he probably has mate with the pieces he has. Pawn check, pawn check. That's mate. Nice mate by Clockingswitcher. Didn't need to wait for particular pieces like a rook that ended up not coming. Made use of the pieces he had. Clockingswitcher is saying in the chat, see you in 10 minutes. So, presumably, I don't know if the actual match will start in 10 minutes or... Can someone tell us whether ZDBoo is an alt for Return of the Lagger? That would be helpful information. Oh, Lagger says they'll start in 2 minutes. Or at 2. So they were on the schedule to start at 12:45 p.m. and it is now 12:50. I'm typing in the Discord to try to figure out when this is going to start. I guess we can follow more people here. I think we're already following Return of the Lagger and CaspiIsrael. So they said in the chess.com chat that they would play in 10 minutes. In Discord, Return of the Lagger says we will start at 2. So I don't know what that means. But all 4 players seem to be online. I hope it starts soon because we do have a series of matches to cover. At 1:30 p.m., we have Jeffrey and Katask versus Crazy 8 and BWC. At the same time, we have an under 2000 match of High Jergden and Slow Wi-Fi 9 versus Fedor Devenyatin and Esdor 73. At 2 p.m., we have Midnight Fox and PKM versus Ego Smasher and Ecarf. And at 3 p.m., we have Chess Brainiac and Bughouse Knight versus Chicken Cross Road and Helms Knight. So, like, this match has already been postponed like 6 minutes. Like, the longer this match is postponed, it just means we're not going to get to cover other matches. Oh, technically it's at... Oh, okay. But by 12, I assume you mean Central Time? I have no idea where you live, Scary Snakes. I assumed you lived in New York City, but you keep talking about this Central Time nonsense. Oh, Prudvi Killer S when the Die Blau Assault match is. Let me see. Yeah, so that's at 1:30, which is in about 38 minutes from now. Crazy 8 and Dabal Sal versus Jeffrey X and Katas in about 38 minutes. And now Caspi Wins is saying they start in 15 minutes. 15 minutes from 12:51, which would be 106. Again, this is unfortunate. If they start at 106, they're probably not going to be done by the time the Jeffrey X Katas match starts. So we'll have to make some tough choices about whether to continue covering this match or to switch to another one. Earlier today, I did not cover the match of No Chewy Candy and Marvel DC for Life versus Fuzzer and Chebenas Koslov. But Charkvas, It's Me Chark, did cover that match on his channel. So you can check his VOD for that one. I'm planning to cover all the matches today. It seems like today, most all the open section matches are happening. And tomorrow, the remaining under 2000 section matches are happening. So the only open section match not scheduled is the 12-team Blitz Bullet match. And that may not happen at all. Because apparently their opponents are not responsive. But hopefully, if all these open section matches finish today, then the organizers will be able to start their group chats for next week, and maybe we'll even have some of them play early on Sunday rather than waiting until the next weekend. I'm not sure. Oh, Crazy HS is also going to be streaming. He's going to be streaming in Hebrew. Let's give him a shout out. So yeah, Scary Snakes, if you're still out there, it'd be good to have co-commentators. I'm in a Discord call right now waiting for people to hop in. Oh, Return of the Lagger says 2 a.m. for me. I guess he's in China right now, something like that. Okay, they're gonna start in 4 minutes. Okay, it looks like Scary Snakes will be joining us in the commentary booth in about 10 minutes. So once this match starts, it should start at about 1 p.m. for me, which is in about 4 minutes. And we're probably gonna have coverage until 3:30 or 4 p.m. We'll be streaming several matches here. The question for the chat is, should we watch the end of this match? Or at 1:30, should we switch to the Katask match? Jeffrey and Katask. And Jeffrey and Katask, usually they play fairly quickly, so hopefully their match will only take a half hour. After that, at 2 p.m., we have Midnight Fox and PKM versus Ego Smasher and Ecarf. And it's an hour between that and the next match. That should start in around 2 minutes. I guess I can change my stream title to throw a few chess titles in there. CaspiIsrael is a Grandmaster. Return of the Lagger is a National Master. So I've never met Puressence, but I have met CaspiIsrael at the Berlin Bughouse tournament. And I've met Clockingswitcher and Return of the Lagger in New York City. And I also hung out with Clockingswitcher at the World Open in this past year. Clockingswitcher and Return of the Lagger went to the same high school. They've been friends for a while. They know each other's styles very well. Clockingswitcher is Clockingswitcher and Return of the Lagger take a lot of risks, but because their coordination is so good, they're going to be able to, or in the past, they've been able to stop moving before their opponents get that one critical piece. Return of the Lagger says, time for revenge. So yeah, I believe at the last Bughouse World Championship, CaspiIsrael and Puressence knocked out Clockingswitcher and Return of the Lagger. This time, that's not going to happen because, or no, wait. Actually, I guess we're not in the double elimination part yet. So this time it still could happen. We're still in single elimination. So, we'll see. It could possibly happen. But we're all ready to see. Maybe I could use this time to start a prediction. Oh, and here we have the start of the match. going to start a prediction in case anyone wants to gamble channel points. There were a lot of channel points gambled a year ago, this similar match. The Clockingswitcher is sacking on f7. Puressence is sacked on f7 as well. And ReturnoftheLagger is sacking. It looks like Puressence has the least safe king of the four of them. Caspi offering queen trade. I think that queen trade is going to benefit ReturnoftheLagger though. ReturnoftheLagger trying to undermine this knight, because if the knight moves, then this would be mate. There's a mate threat on d8. Bishop up so the rook covers. CaspiIsrael has snagged a mate here with knight at e2. And the Kingswitcher team has resigned it. So the score is now 1-0, favoring the team from Israel. So queen mates for Puressence. Queen trade is on offer. The time is very close. Queen still mates. So Clockingswitcher needs to prevent that. Oh, but he's won a queen with a tactic there. But his king is not so safe. Now a rook mates for Caspi. Caspi trying to make a threat in the interim. And this rook can't move over because of the smothered mate. That's mate as well. Clockingswitcher has to attack because there's basically no defense for this. Maybe pawn check even. Pawn check, queen takes. You see knight in. Oh wow, he's letting him promote. Yeah, that sack is going to happen. And this is mate, rook in. So CaspiIsrael. Another win there. And they are up time. Oh, we have some channel points in the prediction here. 2,000 channel points up for grabs. Our score is now 2-0. Favoring CaspiIsrael and Puressence. So the way channel points work, guys, is you can bet any amount of channel points. So you could bet one channel point and potentially win 2,000. Like, there's no reason not to gamble channel points. ReturnoftheLagger forming a wall over here. Puressence considering sacking. The Lagger trying to stay just solid. Seems like most of the action is happening on the Kingswitcher board. And Kingswitcher has lost a piece. Probably going to lose another piece because of this pin. ReturnoftheLagger is starting to get aggressive on the dark squares. Clockingswitcher is attacking the light squares. Ooh, wow. This is... Okay, a pawn would be very good. Oh, he has the bishop. New knight in. This is going to mate. Knight takes. Queen in. So ReturnoftheLagger has mate. They are up time. So great coordination from Kingswitcher and ReturnoftheLagger. PKR, you know the difference between stream elements points and channel points, right? Oh, someone bet one channel point to potentially win 2,000. So the score right now is 2-1, favoring the team from Israel. Puressence really wants to sack that queen, but he doesn't have enough ammunition right now. If he could get a few knights, then it would be a reasonable sack. Also, it mates his partner. Another reason not to do it. But Puressence is up time. He's going to wait to see if these queens trade, which they're not, apparently. So this defends and attacks. Good move from CaspiIsrael. Eventually, CaspiIsrael probably wants to guard f7. Maybe throw a bishop in here, something like that. Also attack and defend. Or a bishop here. Interesting. So he's going for this type of thing. That's a free pawn. Oh, he didn't want the free pawn. I guess a knight was really good for his partner. This king is struggling a little bit. Whoa. Look with king rather than queen. That's adventurous. Knight check. Knight is good for ReturnoftheLagger. Rook is good. So a bishop could lop off this knight, give him some reprieve. Or he could go up here. Okay, he's going all in with that attack. Knight mates, knight check, pawn check. So the question is, can Clockingswitcher get a knight? Oh, or does Clockingswitcher have mate? Oh, a pawn mates for Clockingswitcher, actually. Or no, I'm sorry. This queen can take. Okay, so queen is coming for e2. They are up about 1 second. I think they're going to sit it down. So who just joined us? Is that the Snakes?
Yeah, what's up, Chuck?
Hey, good to have you on. How are you doing?
I am good. I'm so excited for this match.
Yeah, this is the real grudge match of the tournament. And it came down to a flag battle, and the Kingswitcher Liger team won that flag battle. Score is now 2-2.
Yeah, I think the tale of this match is really just going to be, can the Laggers out-coordinate Purescence's attacks? And going into this match, I feel like it's going to depend a lot on what kind of form ReturnoftheLagger is in.
Yeah, makes sense. Apparently, ReturnoftheLagger is currently in China, I believe. It's 2 a.m. for him, which, for me, that would be prime time. For him, I don't know.
All right, I don't think I can, I don't think that I can pick them to win this match. And as much as I want to with that trash talk game going in, but while saying that, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if they go on to win this match. And honestly, if it was a reasonable time for Return of the Lagger, I think they're at a position where I would actually trust them after what they did to me last year, and it cost me my entire house and home.
Did you put anything in on this prediction?
No, I don't have any balls. You gave me such a deep existential dilemma, wondering, can I trust them? Should I pull the trigger?
There was only one person. One person got a deal here, so I don't know who, but someone put in 2,000 channel points, and I mentioned on stream that you could just bet one channel point to potentially win 2,000, and someone did that. So even if you just had like a 1% chance of winning, like it's a deal, 1 point to win 2,000. So whoever put that 1 point in is a genius.
All right, what's that? Oh, this is a huge advantage for Puressence and Caspi.
Yeah, it's a 10-second lead, which is huge.
Clocking is in serious danger of getting either chest or mated.
Or both.
Yeah, like Puressence is going to be able to force trades with check here. Like after Queen takes f6, I don't even know if Lagger can take this back. It seems suicidal, but... So it seems suicidal, but at the same time, if you don't take this, like realistically, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, you have to take it back. So honestly, I don't think Puressence even takes the queen. I think he plays pawn at d2, bishop takes g2, then knight at h4.
Oh, this is cute, but Rook's going to mate him now, and I assume it will come fairly easily. Oh, they're going for the flag? Oh, okay. They're playing for Caspi and Puressence's board. Oh, sorry, they're playing for Caspi's board.
Yeah, so our score right now is 3-2, favoring Team from Israel. Queen trade on offer.
Yeah, I look over at Return the Lagger's board, and this is exactly what I want to see. Like, Puressence can't attack you if you're attacking him. That's actually a lie. Puressence can find a way to attack you in literally any circumstance. Like, you can stroll up to a police station, you won't be safe from Puressence's attacks.
Lagger does have a pretty nice attack here, though. And he's winning pieces while he's doing it.
Yeah, honestly, the bigger deal than the attack is just like...
I would take that knight. Queen takes knight. Why not?
Well, the knight's covering f7, though, so you don't really have a follow-up.
Oh, you're right.
But yeah, the issue is, like, I don't see how Puressence is ever getting in. I guess he's going to try and play knight takes f2 the second he can find a way to justify
he just did it.
Okay, but this is a good sign for Puressence. Like, I don't even believe in this tech, but I think that as Puressence, like, I want an attack, and I trust myself to make things happen with it. Okay, now, yeah. So he had to defend against the queen threat.
Oh, he wanted a pawn there instead of a bishop.
Yeah, bishop g7 slow, but his king is still incredibly safe here.
They were up enough time. I think he should have waited for a pawn.
Yeah, well, I mean, Caspi is dead. He's not long for this world. I like bishop at b6 here for Kingswitcher. One of the mini moves I'm sure is made.
Yeah, it looks like he has a lot of options. I'm not sure why he's waiting.
Now you go bishop takes here. The problem with queen takes is he runs back to d3, and probably you're still mating him. Okay.
Well, the other problem with queen takes is rook takes queen. Okay.
Oh, that. Yeah, which I totally saw. That rook was so far away.
It was really far away, in fairness. Our score is now 3-3.
Yo, Puressence with the sack on F2 with the black piece. This is the most bughouse thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so here for it. But
So a
commentating
knight would be good for pure. Oh, okay, never mind. He's gonna keep rolling.
yeah, evaluating Puressence is so difficult for me because I mean some of his attacks are like very clearly very good for me, but a lot of times I'll see his attacks and my intuition is that like I don't think that they're actually worth it, or at least not worth the materials investing. But then he just finds these moves. I'm like, oh, I guess it was just really good all along. So, but this is another position where I like Return of the Lagger here. Like I'd rather have the white pieces. I Okay, well, actually, he has a bunch of extra material, but it's on the queen side doing nothing.
Yeah.
The bigger issue here is that Puressence doesn't have a lot to play with.
Yeah, and there are downtime. I really Clockingswitcher should make them play chess.
So Puressence, like h6 is the only move that covers knight, but the problem with h6 is instantly bishop takes g7, and you just made it in chess. Let's see, oh no, Caspi cannot hold a knight plus pawn, but
He cannot.
oh, I don't like that. They were up 10 seconds. Like the knight's pinned. I know it's a free queen, but actually the queen was covering h6. Never mind. No, the queen wasn't covering h6. It was not an h5. Yeah. He should have just sat for this knight on c3 from the other board, and that would be made into. As tempting as taking the queen is, but okay.
They've just resigned it.
Fair enough.
So that's a time problem. Well, I mean, it's also a losing all the pieces problem. But I think Puressence and Caspi should realize that they can't get down that much on time. If you're down 10 seconds at this level, it's just game over. Clockingswitcher just picked up a free piece.
I think the key is you're going to have to find attacks that are going to slow down Return of the Lagger. Because Puressence's moves are going to take longer because he's sacking and he's having to wait for pieces sometimes. But when Return of the Lagger has to really think and defend accurately, you make up that time difference, and that's more time for pieces to come. Interesting. This position we see Caspi.
I don't like. Oh no, never mind. Actually, that move is fine. Caspi is actually.
I'm really interested in this. Yeah. Like I think so often in this match we just see all the action happening on the bottom board because like most of the time this is going to be like does Puressence mate or does Lagger defend. So I'm really curious to see these like this offense from Caspi, but also the defense from Clockingswitcher.
Yeah, this looks pretty crushing. Unless Return of the Lagger gets like a rook, I don't see how he defends this. Like he needs to attack with like rook at f1, stuff like that. Okay, he deflects the knight at least, but
that's
still
cute.
Pretty crushing.
Oh no, my knight's gone. Oh, queen. Oh, don't do it to him, Puress. Oh, queen at f8. Come on, man. Also, I love how Caspi attacks. He attacks like GSVC is like, oh, I'm going to attack you by getting a better chess position while also taking your pieces.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And CaspiIsrael doesn't really need to move anymore.
So what mates for him here? So rook plus pawn mates with some like rook at f1 shenanigans. Knight also mates.
I think what's probably going to happen is bishop takes e7. You might even, after that, sack the queen for something on e8, and then new knight at f6.
Okay, so he gets the queen. The queen will mate with knight f3 and bishop at d2, but if he's really a cool kid, we'll see queen at f1. Oh, we're not going to get the chance to see it.
He's not even going to take the free queen. Okay, the free queen would check.
That's just.
I would have taken every day of the week.
I'm disappointed Puressence made there because I wanted to see if Caspi had style points or not. Like that, how he chose to checkmate his opponent was going to tell us a lot about who he was as a person, and now we'll never know.
I think we'll have other opportunities to figure that out.
Ooh.
Puressence really going in here.
Yeah, but
Whoa,
I
what?
like this
That
attack a
that I
lot more.
don't like.
Yeah, I think taking on G5 was definitely the move instead of taking the knight.
Yeah.
I was gonna say what I like more about this attack is that he's getting a good chess position with it. I don't like it as much as I would have liked if he took on G5, but this still looks quite good. Yeah,
I
Return
think
of the Lagger having to shed some
he would like
pieces.
a rook for f2 probably. Oh wow. Okay.
Return of the Lagger's gone out of it. Oh, pawn h2.
It's a
The threat was
really
queen at
weird move.
g1. Well, Puressence had to deal with queen at g1.
Yeah, makes sense.
Wait, is this a mating? So I guess he wants like takes f8 and then queen takes g6 actually. Because Return of the Lagger, I see no reason to allow this. I don't know what that move did.
Maybe knight check on d2, and knight takes bishop. I don't know. You could even take the rook.
Yeah, I like taking the. He just needs to be careful at the back end here. Okay, so Caspi is sitting, so this is a place where it makes sense for Return of the Lagger to sit. One, to find a good move, and two, to coordinate what exactly he's holding to keep Clockingswitcher safe.
Yeah.
And
Is Clockingswitcher really in any danger though? What's the queen seems to guard a lot of things. I mean, granted, that knight's going to take the queen pretty soon, but
yeah, because the problem is because Caspi's bishop is covering the h6 square, there's no opportunity for counterattack for Clockingswitcher, so he's going to be defending for the rest of the game. Okay, if he
well, he
gets two
found
more
he had
knights.
2 knights mates now.
Yeah, but there's no universe in which that's coming. And yeah, Puressence has the initiative here. This is they're going to go on to win this game.
Yeah.
The
Gives
queen
up the
made some
queen
one
for
for
that.
Caspi.
Yeah, not a good queen stack. Our score is now 5-4, favoring Team from Israel.
Yeah, so another underrated storyline this match, like even more so than most matches, who has white on the bottom board is going to be very, very important.
And
Well,
basically, you're saying Puressence is much better with white, as he is one move closer to second.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's as much to do with Puressence as it is to do with Return of the Light. Because like Puressence can find a way to attack you from any position. I just think that Lagger is going to have a better time dealing with those attacks if he has the white pieces, and he has more opportunities to try and attack Puressence if he has the white pieces. And I don't want to lose sight of the players on this top board because so much is happening on the bottom board. It's easy to forget the fact that and Return of the Lagger are able to play the way that they are because Caspi and Clockingswitcher are so good at coordinating. And
So right now, it looks like Clockingswitcher is waiting for a rook, which is a possibility with promoting on b1. So we'll probably have to see something slide back to c1 to prevent that. The knight or the bishop.
I was.
Whoa. Oh, he gave out. That seems sketchy. I think it mates now. As if pawn takes knight, either pawn, you have the rook check, and then the other knight comes in.
Yeah, there's no defense to this. There's literally just no defense.
Yeah, I think he has to attack, like rook at h1.
Yeah. Honestly, I would just go ahead and take the rook on b1 as Return of the Lagger, and as long as you hold rook, Caspi never has an attack, and you can just gain a bunch of extra time. Because
Yeah,
I know
I think you're right
the
about
differential
that.
is 3 seconds.
Okay, well now take it for sure. Now it's mate. Made it 1. So the score is now 5-5. In 4 minutes, we have another match starting.
And I believe Crazy 8 said they were going to start at 1:45.
Okay.
Just to try and give some more leeway. Now, unfortunately, that will be butting up against the E-Carf and Midnight Fox match. But...
Yeah. There's just so many matches today.
Yeah, everyone decided that like this 2-hour window is the time when they wanted to play their matches.
And honestly, it would have been fine if these guys had started at 12:45 instead of 1. Then we wouldn't have had any of these conflicts.
I suspect there would still be some conflicts, just not as bad, because these matches are probably going to go a little bit more than 45 minutes. And there's
Maybe.
only about
I
30
think
to 45
I
minutes.
think the Katas Jeffrey X match is probably going to go the fastest of all of these.
What? Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you're talking about our Lord and Savior Crazy 8 after that amazing performance he put in last week. He's just going to wipe the floor with them incredible breakneck speed.
Maybe.
Okay, Crazy 8 played sick last week. They're about to get destroyed.
Yeah, no, no knock against Crazy 8. Crazy 8's a great player, but Jeffrey and Katas are just on another level.
BWC also a great player. They're about to get destroyed. Like I'd love to give your viewers some suspense. Like, oh, it could really go either way. There's only one way it could go. Like Jeffrey and Katas will win, or they will have a horrific accident.
Yeah.
So Puressence, I think Puressence is going to run out of stuff to attack with here, and then I'm really going to like return the lagger. I'm going to like the laggers as they enter the time scramble.
Yeah, it looks like Lagger is already starting to mount his attack. It's a pretty crushing attack.
Yeah, and he can afford to take these simply because the only way in is pawn g2, but now queen takes and then the knight on g2 prevents you from ever getting an attack. Yeah, Puressence realizes it and doesn't take the queen on g2, but like, the problem is if you don't take the queen on g2, you're also never getting an attack.
Yep.
So
Queen is a good defender. So most Bogos players, their instinct is to use the queen to attack, but it's really a great defensive piece. Oh, rook here was really good.
oh yeah,
I guess
c7,
I guess they're in flag mode. Okay, now that they have a queen, they're in mate mode.
Ooh, that was really close. So Clockingswitcher was mate in one on the other board and only 1 second separating them. So
Yeah.
ReturnoftheLagger had to find mate at the end. Unfortunately, he was able to. Yeah, as these teams, like as we went to the later stages of the match, like I don't think there's really anything you change about your play.
For the first time in the match, the Kingswitcher Lagger team are up. The score is 6-5.
Yeah, I really like what the Laggers are doing. They're taking these sort of micro sits early on, and they're doing it in positions where Return of the Lagger could survive if the trades come, but it's more, we're up 3 seconds. I'm not even going to give you that one piece to make Puressence's life easier. You're going to have to play chess for a move or two.
Yeah.
Oh, there's knight at g6,
yeah,
and he finds...
why didn't they take... What? What?
I have to imagine that was a slip. Yeah, that was for sure a slip. Yeah, okay, yeah, and he says it in the chat. There's no reason you would ever take that.
Yeah, that could decide this game.
Yeah, this could be exactly what the doctor ordered for Caspian and Puressence. Because they really had nothing cooking early on. And yeah, hanging that knight.
Oh, he's giving him the queen. He felt sorry for him. That here's the queen.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, Return of the Lagger has an unsafe king. He's going to have to spend Tempe protecting it forever.
I don't think it's that unsafe. Records this file.
Oh yeah. So what I meant by forever is just that he's never getting an attack on
Oh yeah,
Puressence,
for sure.
or it can't take him
Yeah,
much longer.
Puressence is like safe forever. Although you could get a cheese with like queen at h7. Maybe he doesn't notice queen takes h2. Like I'll put a queen here
Oh, I want
protecting
to
my
see it.
king, and then boom.
How is Caspi chessing his opponent down the queen? This is pissing me off. Return the Lagger liquid liquidating some of these pieces around his king, and now he's just up a queen. I'm sorry, I meant to say Clockingswitcher is liquidating pieces around his king.
Yeah, ReturnoftheLagger is on a march up the board. Oh, knight check could have won the queen there.
Yeah, they're taking another one of these micro sets, which I like. Jeez, Return of the Lagger! Just play King H7.
There was a free pawn to be taken.
No, it was not! Shut your damn mouth. Like, why? Why? He's like, you're up so much
okay,
material
so
already.
now, that rook was put the wrong place. Rook should have been on h1, but he still has mate here. Okay, maybe it was the right place. I mean, there was a forced mate if he got like one pawn, which he did get later, but.
Well, in that position, rook at g2 was fine because there was no king to h1 because there was queen at h2.
Yeah, that makes sense. Our
And
score right now is
thank
7-5,
goodness.
by the way.
Yeah. It's really fortunate that Return the Lagger was able to take that bishop for his partner last game. That really decided the game there, that he got that extra bishop. That was super worth it.
So for those, so 4Player Chess in the chat has said the laggers question mark. For those who may not be aware, here's the lore. On the free internet chess server for at least 15 years, there's a player named the Lagger, who was very prolific, not like a super great player, but maybe like 1900 to 2000 strength, but he was like a fixture in the chat, and he had a lot of mannerisms that made him hilarious to some of the newer players on chess.com. They decided to form a cult lampooning him, and so they had they took his profile picture and they had usernames that like mirrored his. So Return to Liger and Clockingswitcher were two of them. Like this profile picture they're using is a profile picture that the Liger has used. The Liger did not appreciate this lampooning, but they continued anyway. So yeah, that's why we call them the Liger team, just because they are both of the Liger group.
So for you chess.com only players in the chat, the Lagger to which he's referring to is a Lagger from Fix on chess.com.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Return of the Lagger. Yeah, Puressence got a really nice position out of the opening there. Okay, this is a much better version than he got last time. Wow.
What?
Yeah, okay, I can get behind this Puressence. Okay. He's gonna want it.
Interesting attack.
Yeah, Return of the Lagger makes the smart decision, deciding that taking that pawn was not worth his life.
And by the way, Caspi has checkmate while we were focusing on the other board. Rook where the king is, it's just mate.
Oh, 7-all. Yo, I want a new rule in BWC. These teams have to play each other every year.
I think that can be arranged.
This is so exciting because this is the match that I think a lot of us were expecting to see last year from these two teams. The Laggers really came to play this time.
They did. They spent the last year studying Caspi and Purescence's openings.
They're sitting with this 2-second advantage to prevent pawn at g7. Oh, so smart. rook at h8 with the idea that we're still sitting. You don't get pawn d7. This knight's gonna have to back off from h5, and then ReturnoftheLagger's super happy. Okay, yeah. So you get 2 pieces for the queen here. Oh, and he takes on f3. I think this was definitely a piece to take.
Clockingswitcher is attacking now. Oh, but I should mention that Caspi had a mate threat with the queen, with queen takes knight here.
Oh yeah,
but a queen isn't coming, so it's
queen takes c6. I have king d8, but I mean, like with diags, I'm mated there if you have a queen in hand. So yeah, definitely still a mate threat. Okay,
a lot of knights in
h3.
hand. Yeah. We would like a pawn instead of just knights though. You could play maybe bishop takes bishop while you wait. Oh, he does sack the queen for the knight, so now queen mates.
Yeah, but the laggers are going to be too good at coordinating to just randomly give up a queen here.
Yeah. Brought back the bishop to attack and defend. Oh, wow.
He misses it. Ooh, he's going to be kicking himself for that one. I was really liking their position there, actually.
Yeah.
But nice swindle from Caspi.
Hey, Maria TV. Thanks for watching. Our score is now 8-7. Team Israel is up again.
And I'm calling it. I think they're going to win this game just based on the position Puressence is going to have the opening. He's letting him escape to the queen side here, but there's pawn at a6. Yeah. Like if we get enough pieces, we can dream about knight h3, knight at f3.
So.
Okay.
He's run out of diagonals. He could use your existing. Yep. Oh, he's just gonna take it. Okay.
Another micro sit from the Lagger team. Like I'm really impressed with the sitting that they're doing. Like a lot of players, when the time difference is only like 2 seconds, might not like think to just like sit. But they're really squeezing out every advantage that they can from these positions. Yeah. Oh, but another mate there from Caspi.
Nice mate. Knight mate from Caspi.
Okay, I think I'm going to say something, and you won't think I'm crazy for the first time. I really believe, like, last 2 games, like, if Caspi just didn't put on his superhero cape or Superman cape, I think that the laggers were winning those games. Or at least they had the better position.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. Maria TV says, is that Raven talking? No, we have scary snakes in the call here.
Yeah, my hope is one day I can be as handsome as Raven, but it's difficult.
Keep the dream alive, my friend. Like, I would point things like this out, but it happens every single game where ReturnoftheLagger will attack Puressence's queen. If Puressence says, like, you want my queen? Have my queen. I would like to get one check in.
You know, Puressence is like he's like a new parent who didn't really want to be a parent, and he's just looking for any excuse he can to give this baby up to adoption. It's like
oh, there's no, smother mate. Oh, and he does the smother mate a different way. Rook takes queen in, but he could have put a queen in. Rook takes knight check, smother mate.
Yeah, that's he did it the less aesthetically appeasing way. So
less aesthetically appeasing, but loses less pieces. So
that's what makes it less cool. It's Bughouse. You sack things and then you go for attacks. All right. It's not positional chess house. Okay, I really like ReturnoftheLagger's position here, mostly just because Puressence doesn't have an attack. Oh, and he gets the queen there, but taking Puressence's queen unlocks his final form.
Knight mates for CaspiIsrael, which is, of course, why Puressence baited Return of the Lagger by hanging his queen here.
Yeah.
Because that knight is going to checkmate. Oh, not anymore.
Yeah, and this is something both of the laggers are good at, but especially Kingswitcher, just in 2 or 3 seconds, make it last an eternity to clean up every piece near his king, and he's not going to have Return of the Lagger go until he's confident that his king is safe. Oh, wow. He said, I'm not even in a rush to take your knight on g5. I'm going to take this free pawn, and also I'm hitting c2.
Yeah, maybe queen a4.
Queen a4, yeah.
Oh, he doesn't care about the rook here.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's mate for Return of the Lagger.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
I didn't even see how
way,
that happened. I was focused on the other board.
Yeah, he took on g6 with his h pawn, and the big mistake there was opening up Return of the Lagger's rook. And we're all tied up again at 9-9. It would be a travesty if this match does not go to overtime. But someone's going to be in a do or die situation, though.
Knight mates for Puressence.
This queen does not mate.
It does not.
Yeah, so I don't think that knight is coming. I think Clockingswitcher can hold it pretty easily.
Yeah.
But I still, like, long term, this is not the position that you want against Puressence. And the queen in hand over time, he's just going to make your life pain.
Yeah, so maybe knight, yeah. That's what I thought would happen.
Oh, knight e5, that's a nice resource.
Maybe knight takes rook first. Oh, okay. Knight still mates, but there's still downtime. Although there is one available now. If they were uptime, this is just a win.
Yeah, I mean, the knight's not just available, it's completely forced. Okay, you can hold it for one moment with knight at d7, but then I just attack your knight and it has no squares. Yeah, I'm trying to trade queens if I'm returning the Lagger. Like, I would... Okay, yeah, this square is fine. Okay, and yeah, Clockingswitcher has the pawn to go pawn at c5 to hold knight for him.
They're still up 4 seconds.
Yeah, Clockingswitcher not waiting for the queen deciding to move.
Maybe
and that knight
queen at
still
g6.
mates.
Oh, never mind.
Wow, what class from Return of the Lagger there. And I think Clockingswitcher is going to mate. Oh, no, c7's covered.
This is now a flag battle.
Scramble. In terms of speed, the laggers are favored. Oh, and they just checkmate. Okay. All right, this is do or die. Let's go, Caspian Puressence. Dig deep. This is... Please give me this overtime. Please.
Hey, Atharv, cool. Do I want you to follow you? Sure.
All right. Puressence has the white pieces. That's the recipe we want for overtime. Return of the Lagger is saying you're not sacking on f7. I don't even think the sack on f7 was good there, but I think Puressence wanted it still, and I think Return of the Lagger still didn't want it to happen.
So this could be match point, but only if the Lagger team wins it.
I mean, this looks great for the laggers. Like, the position isn't even crushing or anything, but Puressence has a less safe king, and it's going to take him a long time to ever get an attack against Return of the Lagger. And when you get positions like that, like, Return of the Lagger is going to play better chess moves, and they're also going to play moves faster and win time. Ooh.
Puressence got a check. You don't want Puressence getting checks.
Yeah, but the queen's forced, and that's going to mate. Oh, no. Okay, well, there has to be some defense here for Puressence. Yikes. I think So we can't take this knight h4 because there's queen at h1 and we're getting made. I think king f2 is going to be the only move, but I cannot believe that he would be surviving that.
Well, if king f2, you take the rook, and then you drop the queen in check, and then
Are you
and
going
then
to
what?
take
Then
the
queen
bishop
down.
on g5?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Queen takes bishop. Didn't even see
No,
that.
it's
No,
not a
that's a
great
wonderful idea.
It's so forced.
Caspi is a GM, yeah. It says I am right here, but a lot of players don't bother updating their chess.com because the title only matters on chess.com. Any title will get you a free diamond membership. Doesn't matter I am versus GM versus NM.
I hate to say it, but I think the dream is dead. Whoa! Okay, that's they're still winning here, but not sitting for queen h1 was a huge mistake, I think. Like, it's so much easier to convert if you do that.
In.
Okay, but he gets the queen in hand. Okay, I'm sad we didn't get overtime, but that series was still amazing.
Well,
I cannot complain about that.
what the benefit here is that next year we get to see another grudge match, and it'll be like a 1-1 grudge match.
Oh, this series will go down forever in Bughouse World Championship lore. I think this has to be the #1 rivalry in all of BWC.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the other, see, we had another rematch from last year too, right? We had, Clockin and Grind rematch against Quick Dash and Tigers.
But Grind wasn't there for that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's 3/4 of a rematch still. But yeah, this is definitely the biggest rivalry we have in all of BWC. I'm only sad that Puressence and Caspi are so nice and such gentlemen, because can you imagine if they were trash talkers on the level of the laggers? That would be so amazing. Hats off to the lagger team. They overcame their demons from last year and just played a really well executed match. I was so impressed by when they were sitting and just the way that they were coordinating in those matches, just squeezing out every tiny advantage.
So Kingswitcher is wondering if we want an interview. So yeah, we can switch to another Discord channel to facilitate that. Let's go. Does the house? Is anyone in house party? Let's go to house party. Scary Snakes, can you come to house party?
Yeah, sure thing.
Let's do it. Okay, we're in house party channel. And it sounds like Kingswitcher ReturnoftheLagger might come in for an interview. We're waiting for the Jeffrey X Katas match to start. I'm going to pay out the prediction. I didn't even see which way the prediction went. Ooh. So, here's the deal. Someone bet 2,000 channel points on Caspi wins and Puressence. Someone else bet 1 channel point on Kingswitcher and the Lagger. That person who bet 1 channel point is going to win 2,000 channel points.
Oh, I feel for that guy who bet 2,000. He is down so bad right now. Okay. Send your love in the chat to whoever that is. He needs. I know what it's like to be there. Oh, we have a celebrity in chat.
Hello, son.
Baby!
Yo, congratulations on your win in the run back.
Thank you.
Oh, and that was PKR who bet 1 channel point. Congratulations, PKR. Uh-oh, that goes to the Chuck Primo fund.
That's right, son. What do we say?
So yeah, guys, you made it happen. And congratulations to you guys. That was a very close match, but you took it in the end. And is it really 2 a.m. for you, Return the Lagger?
Yep, it is, but I took a nap in advance.
Is like 2 a.m. would be prime time for me. Is it? Are you usually up at nights, or is it weird time for you?
I'm a night owl.
Okay.
I'm a night owl.
Oh my god.
So
we conquered our demons.
You did conquer your demon. In the commentary booth, we were saying this match would center around Puressence and whether he was allowed to attack or not. And it seemed like the last half of the match, Return to Lagger really shut down Purescence's attacks. And you guys used what Scary Snakes like to call micro sits, where instead of sitting in a critical position where like mate would happen if you didn't sit, you guys would sit just to deny them any tiny advantage. Was that a strategy that you guys consciously had?
Absolutely.
Well, that was a
So,
You go first.
okay. Our strategy going in was as long as Return to Lagger stays safe, Pure, we're gonna make Pure think, because Pure he's a pretty good player when he attacks, because it all comes natural to him. But when Pure doesn't really have a clear plan, he tends to think a lot longer. So I just told Lagger, play D4, play whatever it takes to stay safe, and if he attacks you, you drop just to protect whatever he's attacking. And as long as you stay safe, I'll be able to hold off Caspi, and maybe you can checkmate him with our speed.
Yeah, well, it definitely paid off. As for you saying that you can hold off Caspi, Caspi got in there a few times, but you got the better of him in the final tally. But Caspi is a really dangerous guy.
Yeah, I think Clocking was struggling with nerves quite a bit in the first few games. Like, I think, like, we blew the first two games from, like, just, like, games with no business losing. And then Return got overexcited in, like, game 4, blew a mating attack, which is me. I was just completely killing Pure.
I think that's what you guys tend to like doing. That you spot the other team two or three points, and then you guys start trying. I think we saw that when you were playing Bughouse Coach, and his partner, where you guys were down 2 or 3 games before you got on the board.
Yeah.
Right, we were down 4 to those guys.
Yeah.
And Quick Dash Tigers, where we
were down 4 against Quick Dash and fighting for respect too.
Yeah, we struggle with nerves a bit. Because I mean, it's not so much a play, because especially me, like, I think Scary Snakes would be the first to confirm that I play very riskily and I just grab pieces. So, like,
I love that about you. Scary Snakes and I were constantly arguing about that. Like you were walking your king up, you would like take a pawn and I just say yes, free pawn, and Scary Snakes would stream, no, that's not a free pawn.
Okay, I love taking free pieces. You're up like 15 pieces. You're like, oh, I gotta take this one too. It's not enough. I gotta take everything.
But the way I look at it is, usually, like, when you take a pawn and die, it's not so. I mean, of course, like, I mean, it's sometimes you just play really badly and it happens. But usually, like, I feel like if you're a good enough player, which I'm not, but I'd like to think that I am, like, that you wouldn't misevaluate the position so badly, such that, like, you're getting checkmated and you grab a B7 pawn, right? But usually when that happens, it's, at least to me, I feel like a lot of it has to do with nerves. For example, I'm safe now if no pieces come up 2 seconds, but I don't communicate that to my partner. And as a result, like, the piece comes and I look like an idiot. Like, it's like, I think it's like when I'm stressed, I don't talk as much as I should. I think that's like one of the issues in my play.
Yeah, like, you guys are able to coordinate like you were today. Like, you can get away with taking all those pieces. I just need to shut my damn mouth.
That's what we were playing for.
Looking forward a little bit to next week. You guys are now on to the double elimination stage of the tournament. You got a really tough match against Plotkin and Voboris. What are your thoughts going into that?
I mean, Plotkin's username is Little Plotkin. I mean, that little exists.
Oh no!
I mean, he's not a big guy on or off the board. He doesn't bench press. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and maybe
mess around and make me pick you to win this match.
Maybe if Gulamali, maybe 15 years ago, when I was like 10 years old or something, Gulamali would have a chance. Yeah. I don't know about
you
now.
Said this man's washed? Hold on. Okay, say it to me straight. Yes or no? Is this man washed? I need
He's
to
washed.
He's washed like my car when I take it for the spin.
Oh no, not the car! Oh no! All right, watch out.
Growing up, I heard many legends about Vabarus from Fix and like how he was a really good player. And like, I mean, I managed to find out about his chess.com username recently. It was Gulamadi Rises, and I was like, wow, a great player, a great username. This guy's a beast. And I looked at some of his games, and like, I think he should change his name to Gulamadi Falls because
no!
plummeting.
So Gulamali Rises is definitely rusty. He's not like he's not playing nearly as much Bug House as he was 10 years ago. But the question is whether he can unrust and whether even rusty, whether he can really be a contender here.
Oh no. It was only good 10 years ago because Zach and I were young back then. We didn't play Bug. I'll leave it at that.
And I'm not sure even how much chess he's playing recently. Like he used to play chess just all day, every day. But I think he's taken a little bit of a break from chess. Though honestly I don't follow chess, so I don't know for sure. And I used to talk with him like every single day, but I don't talk with him as often nowadays.
All right, so I have one more question. So not based on what matchup you guys think is good for you, but out of all the teams left in the tournament, what team would you be most excited about just getting the opportunity to play against to really try and show what you guys have to offer this tournament?
Well, honestly, we'll be happy with any team besides the top two. We'll take anyone on.
Ooh, okay. I like the confidence.
Yeah, I mean, especially since Zigzag and Grandelius unfortunately withdrew. I think now the fourth seed is wide open.